the others are 30 days. And when you have a new moon for the month of Shawwal, and that's how each Islamic month starts and ends. So the people, they eat by sundown, and that's what we call it iftar. And when it comes, some people like, for instance, at 1 o'clock, they start eating for the next day, so their stomach will be full for fasting for the next day. That we call it suhoor. Some people, they eat, as I said, at 1 o'clock, the other like 5 p.m., just few minutes before the dawn. That's the prayer call for dawn, Salat al-Fajr. So we decided here in the program to take you around Kuwait and look at different sweets and confectionery that the Kuwaiti people like to eat during the holy month of Ramadan. With the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan, the food industry and sweet makers in particular prepare themselves to compete for and satisfy the different tastes of the population. Sweets occupy a special place in the iftar table, particularly Kuwaiti and Arabian sweets. I interviewed Mr. Ibraهيم الحلواجي, an expert in the field of Kuwaiti sweets, about the kind of sweets favored most.
زلابية، القيمات، بامية، غريبة.
It has been almost 100 years since the first Kuwaiti sweet shop was opened here in Kuwait. In the old days, there were no electricity or machines to make the sweets. Everything was handmade. The workers in the sweets factory woke up at dawn, then started to work after the dawn prayers and continued working until noon prayers. Then they would go home to relax until afternoon prayers, after which time they would sell until night time the sweets they had made in the factory during the day.
Of Kuwaiti sweets was at the beginning of this century. It was hard in the old days because there was no stoves.
During the holy month of Ramadan, there is a big rush from Kuwaitis to the food market, especially for Kuwaiti sweets. For expatriates residing here in Kuwait, this phenomena will be strange for them. But for Kuwaitis, it is a normal habit.
Kuwaiti people like Kuwaiti sweets during Ramadan because after a long day fast, they need the sugar for energy, and this was a habit from a long time.
Kuwaiti sweets are available in Kuwait, of course, and in other Gulf countries as well. They taste good and give you lots of energy after a long day of fasting. In one of the shops that specialize in Kuwaiti sweets, I found Mr. Hassan, a customer who said,
especially in Ramadan, because after a long day and a long day of fast, I lose energy and sugar, and I need an energy. I can get it from sweets.
شنو انواع الحلويات اللي تحبها؟
الحلويات الله يسلمك الزلابية والبقلاوة، هاي يسمونها بقلاوة. بس هذه بارك الله.
Baqsam is a well-known Kuwaiti sweet. It is similar to a biscuit. The ingredients are 4 eggs, 1 cup of corn oil, 3 cups of flour, 1 spoon of baking powder, 1 spoon of sesame, 1 spoon of anise, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 spoon of habbat al-baraka. If you have never seen Baqsam before, prepare yourself because you are in for a big treat. Here it is. Fasting from dawn to dusk does not mean that after iftar you should eat as much as you possibly can. Because if you do, you will turn to the incredible fat man. together and hit with, they have a big pot and they have big stick and they hit what they call a degil haris. Haris is a kind of